Hello everyone, I hope you are having a wonderful time. Today I'm going to share my experience of using this iFi Audio Zen Phono 3 that I've been using in my system for quite a long time. I'm pairing with my Denon DP47F fully modified turntable with Denon DL301 Mark II MC cartridge using Viborg Audio pure silver RCA cable connected from my turntable to this Zen Phono 3. So output stage out of this Zen Phono 3, I try a few different RCA cables, including Audio Quest King Cobra RCA cable, Blue Jeans LC1 based RCA cable that I built with Nutric RCA connectors, as well as 6 and OCC copper wire cable with 4.4 millimeter balance output to my amplifier. And when I pair with this Musicshare X7, I'm using Marantz RCA cable. I went through a bunch of albums, so one of my go-to album is Dire Straits on Every Street, right? That is very well pressed and very well mixed album, as well as Vanessa Fernandez Use Me or Eva Cassidy Songbird, Steely Dan, Ager, and also I tried newest addition to my collection is recently released Billie Eilish Hit Me Hard and Soft album. And for the setting wise on this Zen Phono 3, I'm using number 3 position. It has 4 different level of gain adjustment that you can change in the back. Number 1 position is for the 200 picofarads capacitance moving magnet cartridges. So that is pretty much like universal kind of thing nowadays. So everyone have a different setting, but this one have 200 picofarad moving magnet capacitance with 36 dB gain. And number 2 position is 48 dB gain for high output MC cartridge, and number 3 is 60 dB gain for low output MC cartridges, as well as very low output MC cartridges have to use number 4 position for 72 dB gain on this Zen Phono 3. Load adjustment, you have 4 different position adjustment. So in my case, I'm using 100 ohm load using front button that you can switch around. So that is a case by case, cartridge by cartridge, so you can play around with it. Mostly it will affect the sound on a higher range of frequencies. So if you have like 400 ohm setting on 100 ohm cartridge, what will happen is you might get a distorted sound on the upper highs area or those region in the highs area. So that is, you can play around. When I started listening with Accuphase E4000, what I find is how wide the sound stage is. Very nice neutral sound with richness in overall frequency range. Most standout sound quality is bass response. Bass is deeper than I was expecting. Very well pronounced bass with good quality and quantity that it can produce. It went deeper than my Accuphase AD60 in bass region, although the clarity and definition is slightly less in that region. From upper bass to lower mids transition areas are very well pronounced notes with clean presentation, rich side of balance sound signature that it can offer. No matter what cable I use, right, that signature is sound signature is stay intact. But I end up preferring using the 6 and OCC cable. I will have the link in the video description. Upper mid-range to highs area could use a little bit more clarity and a little bit more separation, but I am not complaining, right? This is $250 component, but I upgraded because iFi send it together with silent power to power supply with it. I tried it back to back. So standard power supply that come with this Zen Phono 3 has only 0.5 ampere. The one that they send it together have 2.5 amps, so which is nice bump in power delivery and current delivery, so which totally help. After upgraded to silent power 2, what I can notice is the background is more clearer and cleaner, then bass quality is slightly better. Human voices are a bit more clearer and more precise with a little bit more natural sound to it compared to standard power supply. So that power supply that they send it together is very nice improvement that you can use if you want to upgrade to this Zen Phono 3. So Zen Phono 3 itself has a very good balance socket in there. Original Zen Phono, I reviewed it probably like 3-4 years ago. It was a great experience. All I remember is nice and rich balanced sound. This Zen Phono 3 is pretty impressive as well in terms of sound quality. $250 and we are getting very good balanced output. Some people will say balanced output is you have to get it from all the way across the chain, otherwise no benefits. That is, don't listen to it, okay? Balanced cable can benefit in any word that it can use, right? Especially rejecting the noise. So I mean, those sort of comments are nonsense, okay? Wherever you can use balanced cable, please use it. You will appreciate it in the long term. So using these two speakers, S1EX towers from Pioneer Tech Design, this JBL L100 Classic 75th limited edition, and I tried back to back and I like both of them. It will totally show the sound signature of each speaker. This S1EX towers put out very nice articulated and deep bass with this Zen Phono 3. JBL L175 put out. It has a nice depth and deep bass as well as a little bit more forward sound, so transparency is there. The Zen Phono 3 can totally offer that for you. Plus you are getting nice and rich balanced top to bottom sound signature with most standout sound is the bass quality and quantity that it will produce, deep and rich bass sound. So compared to my Ocuface 8060 phono stage, listening to that Fade to Black track, marks, voices, and guitar notes and everything is very well produced. Nice separation with nice airiness to it in overall frequency range. So those guitar notes are very musical, very spaciously reproduced. In that track, one particular lyrics that I always pay attention to it is, I wish I never been tattooed. So that line, right? That line is mixed like surround kind of sound. So that kind of sound reproduction is there. But compare it to Ocuface 8060, right? That is not as noticeable. Like I could hear that voice going from this left speaker to right speaker like this. So that kind of surround kind of that marked voices go through the room. So that kind of sound reproduction is not that realistic or not that three-dimensional. But saying that, right, $250, you are getting pretty close to it. airiness, spaciousness, and very good engaging sound and musicality is probably one of the best. It may not be as good as a few $1,000 or $1,000 phono stages that you can buy, but this iFi Audio Zen Phono 3 will give a lot of phono preamplifier stages run for their money up to $500 price point, because signal to noise ratio is good. Big plus is you can change the gain setting and easily change the load setting as well, thanks to those features. But there is tiny bit of downside, right? That is, you cannot connect RCA and balance output together simultaneously to two different amplifiers like I tried. RCA to X7 music share tube amplifier, 4.4 millimeter balance out to Accuphase E4000, and if I connect both of them at the same time, all four speakers will hum noticeably around 53 dB kind of humming noise that I could hear. As soon as I disconnect one of those cables, the hum will go away. So that is tiny bit of downside that I experienced, but everything combined, I can't recommend you enough, because $250 that you are getting adjustability and all the features, plus you will have options of upgrading your power supply and a bunch of things that you can play around with the load setting and all that. So I can totally wholeheartedly recommend it to you to try it, my friend. That's it, my friend. That is my review. Thank you for watching and happy listening.
Let's go downtown and walk around tonight. Let's go sit across some table and feel lucky. You will point out something perfect in this life. Come on, let's go walk around. Come on, let's go walk around. Yes, I've seen now, though I never did before, how these steeples in the skyline look so lovely. I am both down, and I couldn't love you more. Come on, let's go walk around.